Our Airbnb is turned off again this weekend because we have friends visiting. So let's go prep the space because they're getting here today and I have done nothing. These are our like lifelong friends. The mom and I actually lived together and taught together our first year of teaching. So we've been friends for a long time. You guys have actually probably seen me do a prep for them before. Also feel like once you live with someone, that changes everything. Like it doesn't matter if I have the space perfect for them, they're not gonna care. Such a cool story. After we lived together, she moved abroad to China and taught there. And then when I quit teaching, I didn't have a job, cue the side hustles. She begged me to come visit. I had never been out of the country, but I flew to China by myself and visited her for like 3 weeks and it was so much fun. My husband also lived in Shanghai, China. Not while we were dating, we were still in our like pen pal phase. Let me know if you want a story on that. Anyway, so they have that connection. My husband and I have spent a lot of time visiting Asia and we always try to make a stop in Shanghai, and I like to brag that I'm their most visited guest. They're in Hanoi right now. They're just back in the States for a few weeks. I would love to visit them, but I just don't know that I have a 30-hour travel day in me with 2 toddlers. I definitely dream about it. I love to travel and I've always dreamed of being like a travel influencer, but I don't know, it was something about having our second baby that I just got so type A. Not that I wasn't type A before, but having a second one, I just became so scheduled and so type A in motherhood. I felt like it was how I was surviving 2 under 2. But anyway, this is the longest we've stayed put. I'm starting to feel more like myself again, so maybe a trip abroad is in our future. Random, but I always get asked why I use this body pillow, and it's because there's this gap between the bed and the mattress, so the body pillow just like helps fill that. Back to travel. If you have any recommendations on somewhere easy-ish to travel with 2 toddlers, let me know. We went to Argentina to visit friends when I was like 4 or 5 months pregnant, and our oldest was like 13 months, and he did so good. It's the second one. If you have 2 kids, you know about that second one. And he is who I'm scared to travel with. This bench actually goes to our upstairs table, but it just fits this room so much. And really, when we have our Airbnb rented, we don't have guests over to need this extra seating, but we need it this weekend. Plus, they need room for the pack and play. If you have an older toddler or just like a bigger toddler, you should check out the Newton Play Yard. It is pricey, but it's almost the same size as a full-size crib, so it just gives them a lot of room. I love this paired with the summer pod. Comparison video a long time ago with just how big this pack and play is. I don't know if you want to refresh on that because I honestly love sharing mom gear advice.